Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The spoilers for Monday, December 11th episode of Days of Our Lives indicate that Kate Roberts Brady visited Abe Carver, who said he could understand why he fell in love with Paulina Price. Kate considered her past mistakes and pretended that having a clean slate could be advantageous, even though Abby was still unable to recall their past together. In any case, Kate told Abby to take things day by day and was sure Paulina could make him fall in love all over again. Paulina and Melinda Trask pushed each other's buttons when they ran into one another in the town plaza on Monday's episode of Days. Melinda also provided updates on her most recent case and shared her accomplishments as an adoption lawyer. Though Paulina was sure Eric Brady would make a wonderful father, she felt sorry for the child who would grow up with Sloan Peterson Brady as a mother. Paulina saw a suit that Abby would look great in and decided to pop by to see him after that while she was out Christmas shopping. Although he couldn't recall giving it to her, Paulina showed Abby the bracelet he had given her the previous year. Nevertheless, Abby had some pleasant times with Paulina, who invited him to celebrate Christmas at her house. Lucas Horton attacked Dimitri von Lucier at Statesville on Monday's Days program for kidnapping Kate, but Dimitri pretended that everything was all right and that the tale had a happy conclusion. Lucas expressed regret not being present when Dimitri was apprehended by the police, but Dimitri clarified that he gave himself in because he was in love with Leo Stark. Following his defamation of Leo, Lucas brought up the incident in which Dimitri struck Nicole Walker DeMera, killing her infant daughter. Lucas was given some rough treatment by Dimitri, who vehemently asserted that he had no idea what he was talking about. After Kate intervened and broke up the altercation, Dimitri disappeared. Though Lucas played down Kate's fears about Dimitri being a threat, he did make a suggestion to find him a job slicing fish in the kitchen. On Monday's episode of Days, Nicole attempted to send Leo away at the door of the DeMera estate. Nicole didn't think they had anything to discuss because she thought her son was dead. After Leo persuaded Nicole to entertain the idea that it might not be genuine, E.J. DeMera finally showed up and gave Leo the order to depart. After Nicole took a stroll to decompress, Leo crept into the DeMera tunnels and attempted to inform E.J. that the baby was still alive. Leo was repeatedly interrupted by E.J., who eventually decked him to make his point. On Monday's DOL episode, Eric made the decision to phone the attorney after being perplexed by his message regarding the adoption's failure while he was at home. Eric was halted by Sloan, who acknowledged that she hadn't been totally truthful about the adoption procedure. Following that, Sloan admitted that Melinda had found them another child because the original adoption had failed due to Sloan's notoriety. Eric reassured Sloan that she was an excellent mother and that she shouldn't pay attention to others who doubted her. Eric ran into Nicole while taking Jude Brady for a stroll in the park. Nicole said that even though Eric was starting to run away, he didn't have to as she had accepted the results of the DNA test. Nicole sobbed as she explained that she wouldn't try for another kid since she couldn't go through the suffering again as she and Eric sat down on a bench. Nicole seemed perplexed by Leo's conduct. She also brought up his visit and his suggestion that her child could be brought back. Eric decided it was time to leave once Jude woke up from his nap, but not before telling Nicole she could phone him at any time. Later, Nicole was sitting on the bench with E.J., who consoled her. She discussed the turmoil surrounding the DNA test and all the other issues with Melinda back at Sloan's apartment. Sloan was particularly anxious about Dimitri and hoped they could permanently muzzle him. Melinda proposed that Dimitri be moved to a Supermax jail, where he wouldn't be permitted to have visitors because of the seriousness of his prior offenses. Sloan thanked Melinda for the wonderful news and she promised to call and make arrangements for it. Sloan tried to convince herself that she could enjoy her ideal family once Melinda left, but Leo knocked on the door and said they needed to chat. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Sloan will face significant challenges from Leo, so be sure to watch what's coming up in Salem. According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Nicole Walker DiMera will advance significantly when she accepts E.J. DiMera's invitation to supper. Nicole finally agreed to the idea thanks to E.J., but she's not really thinking about having fun at the moment. Nicole is currently having difficulty believing that she will ever again feel joy. Nicole's only desire is to wriggle around in her pain and consider the possibilities. Nicole will continue to struggle to find a way to move on from this loss because she was so close to raising her son. Days teasers, however, indicate that EJ will push Nicole to rely on him and make an effort to be happy on this night out. Fans of DOL may anticipate Nicole and EJ going out to dinner the week of December 11 to 15, just as they had planned. It turns out that the evening will go really nicely after all. EJ is going to treat Nicole to her favorite supper and maybe even make her smile a little. Nicole will benefit from a little normalcy, even if it is only for a few hours. Days teasers state that once EJ brings Nicole home, they'll uncover something incredibly sad. As it happens, someone will bring what they are informed are the infant's ashes. This will, of course, merely serve as more proof that the baby did not survive. Nicole will find it difficult to accept the idea that her beloved little boy would wind up in an urn. Dr. Pierce had to inform Nicole and EJ that the baby had unintentionally been cremated because it was evident that he couldn't allow Nicole to see the child that Sloan Peterson Brady had taken. Days spoilers suggest that, in order to support his deception, Dr. Pierce will see to it that EJ and Nicole receive some additional random ashes. After this delivery, Nicole will undoubtedly make an effort to find some closure and serenity, but it will undoubtedly screw with her emotions and maybe be a factor in why she kidnaps Jude when she discovers him on her next stroll. According to spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Nicole's personal suffering will cause her to cause further trouble. Stay tuned for updates on the terrible news that follows. Maggie is reassured by Konstantin that he is not her problem. She pushes away when he tries to grab her hand. John shows up at that exact moment. When she inquires as to his plans, Konstantin replies that his visa is going to expire. He can only remain if he gets married to a citizen of the United States, applies for religious asylum, or receives a work visa. In their conversation, Steve thanks Shane for assisting in the kidnapper's identification. He gives him credit for his assistance in demonstrating Konstantin's lack of reliability. Digs by Alex and Theresa. After returning home, the two talk about their encounter with Maggie and Konstantin. Theresa questions his sincerity, but Alex thinks it's excellent that he apologized. She speculates that he might be attempting to gain advantage over Maggie. Though he is hesitant to believe her, Alex eventually agrees because he wants to keep Maggie safe. After exchanging some more small conversation, the two get naked. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.